You know that feeling, right? You're a passenger in a car, everything's going fine. And then, suddenly you just feel awful. That queasy, sick feeling is super common. But why does it happen? Well, it turns out it's basically a giant argument happening inside your own head. So let's get into it and figure out what's really going on.
All right, let's kick things off with the classic scenario, getting sick in a car. I mean, we've all been there or at least seen it happen. So what's the deal? Is it actually the car's fault, or is something way weirder at play?
Yeah, it's such a specific and strange feeling, isn't it? One minute you're perfectly fine, and the next you feel terrible. How does just sitting there make you sick? It all boils down to a major communication breakdown inside your body.
And get this, it's not the car. Nope, you can stop blaming the bumpy roads or your friends driving. The real problem, the actual source of that horrible feeling, is unfolding right between your ears. It is a full-on internal conflict.
So who's involved in this fight? Well, there are two main players. In one corner, you've got your eyes, and in the other corner, you have your inner ears. And right now, they are both trying to tell your brain what's happening, but they're telling two completely different stories. And this is where it all kicks off. Your eyes are looking around inside the car, at the seat in front of you, the dashboard, and they're reporting back to your brain, hey, everything's totally still in here. But at the exact same time, there's this fluid deep inside your inner ear that's sloshing around. Think of it like a super sensitive motion detector, and it feels every single bump, every turn, and every change in speed.
So your eyes are absolutely convinced. They send a crystal clear signal to the brain. Look, based on all the visual evidence I'm gathering from inside this car, we are stationary. We are not moving, period.
But at that exact same moment, your inner ears are basically shouting back, are you kidding me? I'm telling you, we are moving. I can feel the acceleration. I can feel the turns. We are definitely, absolutely moving. So just imagine you're the brain, the body's command center. You're getting two urgent and totally contradictory reports at the same time. One of your most trusted sources is yelling stop, while the other is yelling go. And this is where the real trouble begins.
So what happens next? I mean, what can the brain do? It's getting this nonsensical data from two systems it's supposed to trust completely. Its first reaction is just total confusion.
Now, this state of confusion actually has a scientific name. It's called sensory conflict. And it's exactly what it sounds like, a conflict between your senses. A major mismatch between what your eyes see and what your vestibular system, that's the fancy name for the balance center in your inner ear, feels.
So your brain tries to figure this out, but here's the catch. It's running on some really old software. From an evolutionary perspective, this situation is basically impossible. You don't just feel motion while seeing a perfectly still world. So the brain's ancient logic concludes, whoa, this doesn't add up. Something is seriously wrong here. And this brings us to the climax of our little internal drama, the brain's massive overreaction. It decides it has to take drastic action based on a completely faulty conclusion. It's about to trigger a false alarm, a big one.
So the brain is frantically searching its ancient database, asking itself, okay, throughout all of human history, what on earth could possibly make my senses lie to me like this? What could make me feel movement that I can't see?
And it lands on the only conclusion it has from millennia of survival experience. You've been poisoned. Yep. For most of human history, the only thing that could cause such a crazy sensory disconnect was ingesting a neurotoxin. You know, like a poisonous berry or spoiled food.
So let's just walk through this wild chain of faulty logic. Step 1. The brain detects the fight between the eyes and ears. Step 2. It incorrectly assumes the cause is poison. Step 3. It hits the big red panic button and activates the body's emergency defense protocol. And step 4? Well, that's the urgent conclusion. Get that poison out of the system immediately. And what is the body's fastest, most effective way to expel poison from the stomach? You guessed it, vomiting. And that's it. That's the whole reason you feel so sick. It's all just one big, unfortunate, evolutionary misunderstanding.
It really leaves you with a fascinating question, doesn't it? In this modern world of ours, with cars, boats, and planes, our brain's ancient survival instinct is getting tricked. It's not that the programming is faulty, it's just outdated software running in a world it was never designed for. Definitely something to think about on your next road trip.